Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
You're studying or what?
I'm studying.
How you came to know this school?
I it's like this. For this.
Yeah.
Because
Welcome. Sumesh, Ramesh, Vaishnav, Bhushan, and Krishna. That's not the words. Nakul. Thank you for Prabhu. Thank you. So today we'll discuss on 10 meditations. You will learn 10 meditations for happy, peaceful, and effective life. Okay, next. You don't have to show me. Just show to them. Okay. You are able to see? Or maybe you can so, you can take asana. So that's yes. Okay. And you are able to see. So next week. So we just read the 10 meditations and then we discuss this image first meditation.
what of it? What for? So what?
Next. Yes. Yes.
Not this one.
Yes. Third. Bishop.
The other person's mind.
If you want, you can stay here. So we will be able to see. Next.
See what everything.
Yes. Next. Madhav. Next. Praveen. If you want, you can come. Next. You can come ahead. You can please. You can. Next. 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 Yes, could you? What's the name? Kiran. Can you read? Thank you. Yes. Nice.
Yes.
Yes. And what is her name? Radhika. Can you read? Some give us
A second.
second. So these are 10 meditations. We'll discuss briefly today. What of it? What for so what? This first meditation, second meditation, not this part. Third, the others person's point. Fourth, seeing God everywhere. Fifth, everything has a purpose. Sixth, being a God. Seventh, God. Eighth, love and action. Ninth, near death. 10th, second chance. So next, first, what of it? What for? So what? So you can imagine yourself having unlimited wealth, whatever wealth you have in your life. Imagine you have achieved that. Imagine whatever fame you want in your life, you have achieved that fame. whatever knowledge you want in your life, whatever skills you want in your life. Imagine that you are achieved. Whatever opponents your heart or mind craves for, imagine you have achieved that. You're able to imagine, just spend some time to meditate and imagine that you accomplish whatever you wanted to accomplish, whatever material things you wanted in life, big job, big whatever, big name, big degrees, whatever you just had dreams, whatever you imagine, mind you achieved. How many people imagine yourself in this position, you achieved all your dreams. You are going to meditate on that situation. Today, in today's time, I'm going to make you work hard. I'm not going to just speak. And if you work hard in this meditations, you will have a fulfilling experience. Okay? So this is the first meditation. Imagine yourself having accomplished all the goals you have, having achieved all the goals what you were hard anchored for your mind with that. You are able to imagine. Raise hands on you are able to imagine achieve. So after having achieved all this, then just ask, so what? I have got billions of crores of dollars. So what? What for? What? I may have the most famous person in the world. So what? What for? What of it? I may achieve biggest things in the world. I may have lots of knowledge. I may have achieved all wonderful things in the world. So what? What for? What? Even if you achieve all the wealth of this world, all the wealth of this world, actually, these things cannot guarantee us happiness, cannot guarantee us peace, cannot guarantee us satisfaction. There are so many people in history who have achieved these things. There was a great king in a nation who practically achieved all the plans of this. He had practically all the devatas and all the planets, but still, he was not satisfied. He was not. The story of King Chitraketu. He was so opulent, so beautiful, so handsome, so beautiful. One says, practically whatever we can imagine. But still, he was not. So, in this world, when we dream, I want to achieve this, I want to accomplish this. But we can also further extend after achieving this and accomplishing this, will my heart find peace and satisfaction? Will I find joy and satisfaction? And if you think honestly, the answer is with all the accomplishments and achievements, world, we can't find peace and happiness of this world because these things are not the goals of life. Just purchasing various material wealth and opulence and fame and various other material things. This is not the goal of life. And it's not completely satisfying one's heart. We see 80,000 sages had accepted once in forest of Naimishan, 5,000 disciples. When they asked great sage, Sutta Goswami, at my years, great sage, you have learned all scriptures. You are a very great disciple. So please tell us, what is ultimate good for everyone? What is absolute good for them? And what is that that will satisfy everyone's? Yeah, yeah. What will that satisfy everyone? He did not say that if you become richest person in the world, that will be, or you become most knowledgeable person, or you become most famous person, that's that will satisfy you. He didn't say any of these things. What did he say? He said, after studying all the scriptures and learning about all the authorities of wisdom, what I have ascertained is that what is going to satisfy everyone's heart? What is the ultimate goal of life? And what is the ultimate benefit for everyone? What is the absolute good for everyone? What is that? Savai pumsa paro dharma yato bhakti tadokshase ahitupi apratiyata yaya suprasiddha. What will satisfy hearts? Love, love for God. One time, Maitri, wife of great sage Yagyavata, asked Yagyavata, we see in this world, people have so many different needs. The physical needs, financial needs, emotional needs, social needs, intellectual needs, linguistic needs, spiritual needs. And it's so difficult to fulfill all the needs. We try to fulfill some needs get unfulfilled. And if some needs are unfulfilled, people end up focusing on those needs and becoming miserable. So can you please tell what is the most fundamental need of all beings? Having fulfilled which, even if all other needs are not fulfilled, one can be happy and satisfied. And what is that fundamental need of all living beings? If we if not fulfilled, even if all other needs are fulfilled, you won't be. Isn't it a wonderful question? We have limited time and limited energy. So we have to really catch the essence. What is that fundamental need? So even the way to deep meditation, reflecting all the teachings of all scriptures. Now to take meditation, he spoke to his wife. My wife, there's not one fundamental need, but there are two fundamental needs. What are these two fundamental needs? Every living to love and to be loved. So we want to love someone. We want to be loved. And how much is our need for love? How much we want to love? How much we love? Unlimited. And therefore, in this world, we see a small child. He wants to love, or she wants to love mother, then let him father, brother, sister. The desire to love and serve somebody. When one grows a little bit, then he thinks, why should I only love my family? I should love my community, society. I should love my state, my country. So desire to love and serve keeps on expanding. But unfortunately, in this world, the nature of this love in this world is that when you try to love someone, you end up hating someone. I love my family. I may have fights with my neighbor. I love my country. I may hate neighboring. So when one becomes little more evolved in knowledge and things, should I love my country? Hate my country? I should love humanity. But we love humanity and we end up eating chicken and all these things. And something that they also have life. Why only love humanity? I should love all humanities. So where this love and service will find one's complete fulfillment. No matter how much we try to love and serve in this world, always there is pinprick in heart. Mother Teresa, who got Nobel Prize for peace and for her service, selfless service. In final days, we see she writing letters to Father, Christian Father. My dear Father, I have so selflessly tried to serve humanity, but still I am finding pinprick in my heart. I'm not feeling satisfied. Why? At the end of the day, if we are not satisfied, we are not happy. So what of it? What for? Hmm? Even we get Nobel Prize. So what? So Rupa Goswami explains that our desire to love and to be loved is unlimited. And unless we come to the point of loving God and experiencing love for God, we can never find fulfillment in life. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami explains, Savai pumsa paro dharma yato bhaktir adokshije ahituki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. When we come to the point of loving God, suprasidati, one will find complete satisfaction. Till that time, one will always find incompleteness. Dharma swanistito pumsa vikshvaksena katha suya na utpadyad yadiratim shram evahi kevalam. So purpose of all our work, all our activities, so that we can develop that love for God. And at the end of the day, at the end of our life, if we cannot develop that love for Lord, so all our work is shram evahi kevalam, useless waste of time. Even if we may have got Nobel Prize, so what? Even if we have become the number one billionaire or trillionaire of this world, so what? Even if we have got uh, many gold medals in Olympic gold, so what? Even if we may be the most famous person in the world, so what? If our hearts are crying, if hearts are unfulfilled, what is use of it? So our goal of life is to develop love for God and experience love of God. And then only one can find fulfillment. That is what every human being is supposed to strive for. And all occupational duties you have to mold in such a way that ultimately we come to a point of developing love for God. And at the end of life, if we are not able to develop that attraction for Lord, love for Lord, then it is simply useless waste of time. So this is first meditation. What for? So what? What of it? All these things, all material things for which we are running after or hankering for, insignificant. They're not goals of life. So we have to understand what is the goal of life and work for it. Otherwise, end result is that we'll find ourselves unfulfilled. Hankering, lamentation. Hankering, lamentation. Otherwise, material life is like a volleyball. Volleyball, you see, tuk, tuk, tuk. Hankering, lamentation. Hankering, lamentation. That's all it means. Unless we focus on goal of life, it's just hankering. Next, second meditation.
Not this body.
Huh? Not this body. We see. You can move next slide. Somebody can read.
Reflect on and repeat. I have a body, but I am not this body.
Yeah, I have a body. I'm not this body. It's very next.
I have a job, but I am not this job.
Yes. So we need to reflect time to time on this. Sometimes in our life, we get so much stressed. We get so much tense. Our lives sometimes get filled with so much pains because of so many attachments related with body. So sometimes we need to reflect on this fundamental truth, the foundational truth Krishna is speaking. One time, there was one king, and he went to sleep and he went in deep dream. And while he was sleeping and dreaming, he started dreaming that he has become a butterfly. And as a butterfly, he was going to different flowers and sucking the nectar from various flowers and enjoying. And while he was moving in different flowers in the garden, all of a sudden his dream broke, sleep broke. He woke up and he found himself in a palace in the middle of the night. And he was so absorbed in the dream. And when he looked around, he was completely confused. And a doubt came in his mind. And he started thinking, am I a king who was dreaming that I was a butterfly? Or am I a butterfly who is now dreaming that I am a king? He got this doubt. So in the middle of the night, because he was very disturbed, he called for emergency meeting. He called on ministers, and ministers came, and he explained the situation. And he asked his ministers and advisors, counselors, that please tell, I'm very confused. Am I a king who was dreaming to be butterfly? Or am I a butterfly who's now dreaming that I'm a king? Now imagine all of you are his ministers, advisors, counselors, the king. How many of you will say, oh my dear king, don't worry, you are king, you are dreaming that you had become butterfly? Raise hands. Raise hand like this. Okay. How many will say, no, my dear king, actually you are butterfly. Now you are dreaming that you have become a king. Raise hands. What about those who are not raising hand? What do you think? What advice will you give? Yes. Rishabh.
You can never know for sure.
You can never know for sure, king, what you are. So just be confused and bewildered.
That's a great.
Yes. Neither you know nor I know, nor anyone knows. Okay. Yes. Anybody else, those who didn't raise hands, what is your advice to the king?
Yes.
So, yes, as Praveen is saying, the fact is that, so there was one devotee advisor who was expert in science of Gita and said, my dear king, are you really ready to hear the truth? He said, why not? Please tell the truth. He said, when you are thinking that you are a butterfly, that was night dream. That was
Night dream.
Night dream lasts for how much time? Night dream lasts for how much time? Night dream lasts for how much time?
Minutes.
Yeah, 6 hours, 8 hours maximum. Yeah, not more than that. Maximum. Even if you have best of the dreams and longest dream, it can last maximum few hours, 6 hours, 8 hours maximum, not beyond that, isn't it? After that, no matter how beautiful dream is, it gets finished. No matter even how dangerous nightmare may be, it gets finished. Isn't it? It's a temporary thing. So this advisor told king that you were thinking you are a butterfly, that is a night dream. Just lasts for few hours. And he said, now you are thinking you are a king. That is daydream. How long it will last?
60 years.
Hmm?
Few years.
How much? How long it will last?
3/4 of 75. 50 years.
Maximum 100 years. Whatever, even if 100, 120, 200 max. That is daydream. Both are dreams. One is night dream, very shortly. Another daydream. From point of eternity, that 100 or 150 or 200 years was very shortly, not great. This is not our reality. Sometimes we take this thing so seriously. Oh, I am, scientist, I am a software engineer, have got this patent, I have got that award, I have got this recognition, that. This is a dream, daydream, for last for some time. It's not our real thing. Our reality is that we are spiritual beings, part and parcel of Supreme Atma, God. And we have eternal relationship with God. That is our reality. Forgetting that reality, we are dreaming. Now I'm this body, and everything in relationship with body is mine. And we are thinking, I'm great, I'm this, I'm that. And sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are sometimes we are thinking, oh, I'm so beautiful and so powerful. We become puffed up and proud. And sometimes we think, oh, I'm so useless, worthless, uh, unqualified, and we develop some inferiority complex. Mm. So all material qualifications and disqualifications just makes us puffed up or morose, mm, which both leads to misery. So we have to understand, we are not this body. We are not beautiful nor ugly. Sometimes something beautifully gets puffed up, sometimes something ugly. There's so much inferiority complex. He thinks how I can become beautiful. But we are not beautiful nor ugly. Body may be beautiful, body may be ugly. But we are not beautiful or ugly. Sometimes people are so health conscious. What will happen? Some person I'm healthy, sometimes person think I'm sick. And how much energy gets consumed by this health? But we are neither healthy nor sick. Body may be healthy, body may be sick. But we are not body. Sometimes education, how much valuable human time is consumed in that. And sometimes I think, oh, I'm graduate from MIT, I'm graduate from this and that. And so much competition. I'm so great, I'm so educated. Or sometimes somebody says, oh, I couldn't get into that college, that university. So unfortunate. But actually, we have neither educated nor illiterate. This is all related to the body. We are spiritual being, Atma, separate from all this material desecration. Sometimes people hanker so much to become rich, and sometimes people lament, I'm so poor, despite my hard work, I'm still. But actually, we are neither rich nor poor. Sometimes people are so proud, I'm Indian, I'm American. But we are neither Indian nor American. We are spiritual beings separate from this body. Sometimes people fight and kill each other. I'm Hindu, I'm Muslim. But we are neither Hindu nor Muslim. We are spiritual beings, Atma, separate from this body. So sometimes we suffer so much pains we undergo. Why? Because of identifying with body and things related with body. Isn't it? How many of you think that we undergo sometimes lots of pain and stress and anxiety because of identifying body and body related things? Reasons. If I don't become topper in your so what? What am I losing? Nothing great. If I am not a billionaire, so what? Am I losing? Nothing lose. It's not the real thing. Sometimes because of some ignorance, and because of which we become materially identify ourselves, and then we develop some material attachments. And because of those, we suffer so much. Self-created misery, self-created stress, self-created anxieties. So when we are overpowered by sometimes stress, tension, anxieties, miseries, worries, we can just remember, I am not this body. Just little bit. Whatever attachments we have, if we just put that in this meditation, we can see somebody may get terminal disease. Okay, I may have terminal, my body has terminal disease, but I don't have terminal disease. I'm separate from body. One time His Holiness Chaturanga Maharaj had come for a program in Calcutta, and one devotee was introducing him. And while as a part of the introduction, he said, Maharaj had a stroke and Maharaj is little sick, but still he has, come to give his association. Maharaj said, I'm not sick. I'm fit and fine. Little, my body is little not cooperating, but I'm not sick. Body may be sick. My body may not be functioning. That's all right. That is separate. I'm not this body. So, how is able to be so enthusiastic? He had stroke, he had so many body elements, but super enthusiastic and energetic and blissful. Right? Because it doesn't identify with body. No. So, if you identify with body, we can be filled with so much of stress and anxieties, pains and misses. But when you just meditate on this, I'm not this body, all this anxiety, stress, misses can be avoided. Third meditation. Somebody can read?
The other person's point of view.
Other person's point of view. Now you see, some people are seeing from left side, some people are seeing from right side. Person who's seeing from left side is saying, oh, this is 9. Other person seeing from right side saying, oh, this is 6. And both can fight. Who's right? Who's wrong? In this life, you see, sometimes there's so many fights, so many conflicts. Why? Because everybody is seeing from their point of view. If we can just a little bit pause and try to understand others' point of view, so much of stress and so much of conflict can be reduced. We see when Ashwatthama was bound and caught and brought in the Pandavas' camp, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, forgive him, leave him, release him. He is our Guru's son. How can we, treat him like this? Bhima said, nothing doing. He has killed 5 of our sons in dead of night. Such an aggressor. He deserves to be killed. There will be conflict. Bhima and few people were saying he should be killed. Yudhishthira, Draupadi and few others were saying, no, forgive him. What to do? So this is life. People have different perspective. If you think I am only right, other person wrong, life is going to be very, very stressful. But if you take a little time to understand others' point of view, if you just take out little time to hear from others, then we can see that conflicts can be resolved gracefully. Next. Somebody can read?
To help resolve.
Yes, Imesh, read.
To help resolve any conflict, write a letter trying to convince yourself of the opposing person's point of view. Use this technique to become more sensitive to other perceptions of your situation.
Sometimes we have our point of view, other person's point of view. So if we can write letter to ourselves, convincing others' point of view, usually we can see our attachment to our opinions and that stress and that heat can get reduced, and we can put ourselves in other shoes. Sometimes we may get overpowered by our false egos, and we may take a stand and stick to it. That adds to just misery and so much of anxiety. But if you can just be a little humble, little understanding, and try to understand others' point of view, you can see that conflicts can resolve gracefully, and there can be some peace in life. Otherwise, best friends can become worse enemies. Best relations can get disrupted. We see Sugriva and Vali, best of the friends. But then there was some misunderstanding. They became worst of the enemies. And they're bent upon killing each other. So, if you can be little humble and try to understand others' point of view, then there's great possibility that conflicts can be resolved gracefully. Next. Fourth meditation. Somebody can read?
God everywhere.
Seeing God everywhere. We are living in this world, and one should understand, where is God situated? Yes, God is there in my heart as Paramatma. Paramatma is controlling this body. Atma is not controlling body. This body is controlled by Paramatma. So the same Paramatma is there in heart of all living entities. And same Paramatma is also there in every atom. And same Paramatma is there between space in between atoms. So it's important that we practice seeing Paramatma in everybody's hearts. When we are able to see God in everyone's heart, then we can respect everyone, honor everyone, serve everyone. We see in this world, there's so much of abuse. In this world, so much of, cheating. In this world, so much of revolutions have fought. Why? Because people are not treating each other with respect. People are trying to abuse. People are trying to cheat. We see women are fighting women's liberation because they are feeling that men are not treating them fairly. We see blacks are revolting, and there's revolution because they're feeling whites are not treating them whatever. And why people don't treat them nicely? Sometimes one may think I am better than others, superior to other person. Why? Because we forget that actually Paramatma is residing in others' heart also. When we can have this understanding, oh, there's Paramatma in other person's heart, he deserves to be honored. He deserves to be served. He deserves to be respected. That's why we see great souls offer respect to everyone because they know Lord is situated in the heart. When two devotees bow down to each other, they understand, hey, this person is worthy of respect because Lord is there in his heart, and because he's devotee, even Lord loves him. So he's worthy to offer love and respect. We see great souls. Jadabharat, when he was carrying palanquin of King Rahuguna, he was walking, and when winds came in between on his way, he was very careful in walking. He was trying to be cautious and conscious of every ant, and he was trying to avoid ant and no. And because he was watching here and then trying to put steps very carefully, this palanquin was getting disturbed, and then the king became so upset and angry on him. So we see Jadabharat, because he was self-realized, he was able to understand, oh, there is Paramatma in front of this ant also. So I cannot ruthlessly just step on the ants and kill them. We see Mrigari, he was earlier very cruel hunter, but when he met Narad Muni, he became a great devotee. And later on, when Narad Muni and Parvat Muni came to Mrigari to meet him, how's his life going? This mother is so happy to receive Narad Muni and Parvat Muni. He welcomed them, and when he saw them, he wanted to offer Dandvat. But when he was about to offer them, he saw ants are there. So very carefully, gently with his uttari, removed the ants and then he offered obeisance. Same hunter who was killing and half killing animals and torturing animals. Just by association of saintly person, he was so saintly that he was also concerned of every little ant. Because he was able to see that Lord also resides in ant. Sometimes we may have big position and somebody may have small position. We can't take advantage of our position and exploit people with small position or no, or less privilege. I should know that they are also worthy of service and respect because Supreme Lord is there in the heart. Can read next. Somebody can read.
Practice seeing everyone as the energy of God.
Yes. Complete.
This contemplation can help you give more of yourself to others and receive more love from them in return.
Yeah, when you realize, oh, everybody is part of God, everybody is part and parcel of God, it will serve to God, then we can serve everyone with love and devotion. And then we can also receive. More you give, more you receive. You offer love, respect, and service, we will also receive that. Okay. Thank you for coming. What is your name, Prabhu?
Sahil.
Sahil. Thank you for coming. Okay. Thank you for coming. And what is your name, Prabhu?
Santosh.
Santosh. Thank you for coming. And what is your name, Prabhu?
Kiran.
Kiran. Okay. Thank you for coming. So sixth meditation or fifth. What was first meditation?
What for?
So what? What for? What of it? Okay. Second meditation. Not this body. Third meditation. Others point. Fourth meditation.
Seeing God everywhere.
Seeing God everywhere. God is everywhere. One has to be cautious. When you see everyone as part and parcel of God, you can serve them, love them, respect them, and also receive love and respect from everyone. When Prabhupada, wherever Prabhupada was going, his servants also will accompany him. So one servant, when he traveled one world tour with Prabhupada, after a world tour, he said, so Prabhupada, I'm just amazed. Wherever you go, devotees love you so much. How is that everyone loves you so much? Because he saw her in world tour. Wherever in India, devotees are loving so much. In America, devotees are loving so much. Africa, devotees are loving so much. In Australia, devotees are loving so much. In Europe, devotees are loving so much. Wherever he went, he saw devotees are loving him so much. So he said, how is that Swami proper? Prabhupada said, because I am loving them. Because I see them as all loving servants of God, watching passing. So, reciprocation. Fifth meditation. Everything has
Purpose.
a purpose.
It's not coming in the full.
Coming, not coming.
Purpose is not coming in the screen. Just
Really?
everything. Yes.
Which laptop is this?
Mine. There could be a separate because this is Mac.
Okay, fine. Everything is wrong. There is one king and he had a minister. And one time, king he got his finger cut. And the minister said, "Oh, all for the best." When king saw it, how can you say it's best? He thought, "Arey, he should be feeling sorry and he should be sympathetic to me. And he's saying all for the best. Seems that he's envious of me." And immediately he put the minister in jail. And then there was another minister who was envious of this minister. Mm, mm, mm. And then he became close to the king. And later on, king had to go to hunting. And normally that minister would go. But this time, that minister was in jail. So another person who was envious of that minister, he went. And army also went. And it so happened that when they were in deep forest, somehow that army got separated, king got separated, and then king got trapped by some tribal people. And they caught him and the tribal people doing some Kala Bhairav Yajna or something where they wanted to offer human being in sacrifice. They thought very nice sacrifice we got. And then they trapped the king, they paid the king, and then they bought him for sacrifice. And when the head priest was about to sacrifice, he saw king's hand is broken. His finger is not there. Then immediately told, he's incomplete man. One finger is not there. He's not fit to be sacrificed. And then he was released. When he was released, king was surprised because his head was about to be chopped. But because his finger was chopped, his head was saved from being chopped. And then he reflected, okay, my minister said, all for the best. And he realized, oh, this was really best. So he came back and he was feeling very sorry that he put his minister in prison. Meanwhile, that tribal people caught his another minister who had gone and sacrificed him. So when this minister was brought from jail, and then king said, "Arey, what you said was true. You said all for the best. My finger cut was really good. If my finger would not have been cut, my head would have been cut." But he said, "I understand that my finger was cut, that was good. But how is that you were put in jail?" Minister said, "I was put in jail, that was also for my good. If I would not be jail, I will be with you. My head would have been chopped, you know." So whatever happens in our life, it may sometimes appear unfair, sometimes appear painful, but actually, whatever happens has a purpose in life. Ultimately, there are no accidents in life. Ultimately, this world is governed from atomic level, from microscopic level to macroscopic level by God. All-knowing, all well-wishing God. So whatever happens is for our best. Certain things we may be able to understand, certain things we may not be able to understand. If you're not able to understand, we can approach more experienced devotees and see how that situation could come. And especially, even if so-called negative situation come, there's always some lesson for us to learn from. And if we learn some lesson from apparently so-called negative situations, we can transform negative situation to positive ones. So as long as we are learning lesson in every situation, we can make that situation better situation. Okay. So one should understand whatever is happening in our life has a purpose. There are no accidents in life. Okay. Next. Next. Sixth meditation. Sixth meditation. Being accountable. So one should understand that Supreme Lord Paramatma is in our heart and is watching every thought of us. He is watching he's listening every word of ours and he's watching every action of ours. One time in one Gurukul, one teacher called all the Gurukul students. He gave one banana to everybody and he told them, you should go to such place where nobody is watching and you eat this banana and come back. So one Gurukul boy went deep in the forest and was searching here, there. And when we are sure nobody is watching, he ate banana, came back. Other person was going here, there. He went deep in the waters. And when you are sure nobody is watching, he ate banana, came back. So everybody went to different nooks and corners of ashram and forest and all this thing, ate and came back. Because one person came, he had not eaten, and everybody was laughing at him. Arey, just is such a fool. He couldn't find a place where nobody was watching. And when Guru saw that, he asked, my dears, why? Why did you not eat banana? He said, I went everywhere, but I couldn't find a single place where I was not being watched. And Guru was very pleased to know. So one should understand that I'm always being watched. Sometimes we may think, who's there to watch me? I can just cheat him. I can just manipulate him. But no, one should understand that God is watching. So we should always act righteously. And for every action, there's a reaction. Laws of nature are very stringent. Yes, next. Seventh meditation, what is it?
Call for love.
Call for love. So whenever we are interacting with people in this world, we have to view all interactions either as gift of love or call for love. If we go someplace and we see people are so kind to us, they're so affectionate to us, they're so caring for us. I'm here, I'm saying, go to Karma Prabhu and Prabhu, Deva, Prasanna Prabhu, cook nice prasads, they're making all wonderful arrangements, taking so nice care. So when we see that devotees are so caring, we should understand this is gift of their love. Sometimes we go somewhere, people are very upset, people are angry, people are disturbed, they may insult, they may blaspheme, they may shout, they may scream. So one should know, it's just a call for love. If somebody is screaming and upset, that means he's in great pain. What is there within comes out. Because they're in pain, that pain is coming out. So what they need is love. When they're shouting and screaming, yelling, indirectly what they're saying, I am in need of love, please give me love. What is the indirect message they're giving? When they're shouting, screaming, yelling, they're abusing, they're mistreating, they're dealing inappropriately, what they're saying? That they're bankrupt of love and they're in deep need of love. Because they don't have love, they cannot give love. They have so much of negativity, they can only give negativity. So when they're screaming, one should understand is calling out for love. So every interaction we have in our life, we have to either see it as a gift of love. If somebody is dealing with us nicely, we should be grateful for that. And we should respect that. If sometimes somebody is not so nice to us, we should not actually, he's just asking for love. Somebody is angry with us, we can't be angry on him. If somebody is angry on us, we have to be compassionate. We should be loving and caring. So we should understand many forms that call for help can come. And we have to see how we can reciprocate with people and deal with people appropriately. Okay. Next, thank you. Next. Okay. 8 meditation.
Love in action.
Love in action. Next, I can read. Somebody can read. Somebody can read.
See yourself as an embodiment of love in action.
Yes, next.
Shower everyone and everything in your environment with vibrant love.
Yeah, like we see all great personalities. Like Prahlad Maharaj. He was the embodiment of love. So many demonic people tried to treat him abusive, but he never became abusive or envious of anyone. He was always very gentleman and loving type. His father tried to kill him. And when Hiranyakashipu, his father, became so envious, Supreme Lord Jasmati appeared and then finally killed Hiranyakashipu. And Narasimha was very pleased with Prahlad. So he asked Prahlad, my dear Prahlad, ask any benediction you want. Prahlad said, my dear Lord, please bless my father. He was ignorant. Unfortunately, he didn't know about the glory of being your loving devotee. So please bless him. So Prahlad Maharaj was the embodiment of love. And he always showered love on everyone, including he showered love on his own father who was envious of him, who was trying to kill him. We see Amrish Maharaj. Durvasa tried to kill him. And let him, same Amrish Maharaj prayed to Sudarshan that, please, oh Sudarshan, forgive this Durvasa. Save this Durvasa. So Durvasa tried to kill Amrish and Amrish saved Durvasa. Because he was embodiment of love in action. So we see Haridas Thakur, he was being beaten in 22 marketplaces. And nothing happened to him. And then later on, these prosecutors, they fell at his feet. They said, my dear Haridas, if you don't die, we'll die. And then Haridas said, don't worry, I will save you. And to save them, he went in Samadhi and he appeared as if he dead. And in that way, he had saved prosecutors' lives. So we see great souls, they always shower everyone and everything, their environment with vibrant love. They say Prabhupada, he came to America and showered so much of love and affection on hippies who were kind of rejected people of this society of America. They were not very qualified people, or they were meat eaters, drunkards, humanizers, all kinds of bad habits. They were not gentlemanly. Even no sane person could stand in front of them or near them because they were stinking so bad. They would not have taken bath for so many days and weeks and months. But Prabhupada showered so much love on them that later on they got transformed and became saintly and wonderful devotees. Next.
Near.
So we see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains science of transmigration. We see that life is a preparation and death is a exam. Whatever we study entire semester, tested at time of exam. So whatever we have done in life at time of death, we have tested. Krishna explains both. Antakale cha mameva smaran mukta kalebadam Ye prayati satma madbhavam yasti nasti atra samshaya antakale chamami. So anybody who is able to remember me at time of death, Krishna says, he can cross over the cycle of birth and death and can come to spiritual world. There's no doubt about this. Because yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejanti ante kalevaram tam tam eva iti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. So life is preparation, death is exam. So whatever we remember at time of death, accordingly we get next body. I remember one student from my college, he came, and when we were talking that he should take to spiritual life seriously, he said, no, I read Bhagavad, I understood. He said, it is said, whatever one remembers at time of death, accordingly one gets next body. And if one can remember Krishna at time of death, one will be free from death and go to the kingdom of God. So he said, I have understood this formula. So at time of death, I will just chant Hare Krishna, then I will go to Krishna. So I don't think we have to, all the time spend time for, Krishna, 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 all the things. I understood the formula. At time of death is very important. That time you have to remember Krishna. Then we said, okay, fine. And after a few months, again he came. And when he came, I was wondering, stuck why he came. Then I asked him, my dear friend, you said that you understood formula, you will come. You know that at time of that you remember Krishna, then you will achieve perfection. And there's no need to know right now come to know these things. Then he said, actually, he said, my friend, actually, I had that day debate and discussion with you, and I went. But just after a few days, I had a serious accident on the highway. And I was going on my bike skid, and bike went in one direction, I went in another direction. And somehow I was just saved from being smashed by a truck. But the accident was so dangerous, I had become unconscious. I was admitted in hospital. And then I became unconscious, and then few days after some time when I came back to consciousness, I was in hospital, and practically 1 month I had to stay in hospital. And I said, when I was lying in the bed, I was just thinking, I had just near-death experience. And I was thinking whether I was able to remember Krishna or not. And he said, actually, honestly speaking, I couldn't remember Krishna. So I realized remembering Krishna is not so easy. When Krishna says, yam yam vapi smaran, what you remember at time of death, according to get next life. But what you remember at time of death depends on what you have remembered whole life, what you have been attached whole life. Like we press so many buttons in calculator, and then we press equal to. What result will come after pressing equal to will depend what all things you have pressed before. So death is nothing but like pressing equal to button. Whatever you have done previously, some total of that will come. So whole life you have been thinking of materialistic things. At time of death will think material. At time of death, scriptures explain whole life comes as a brief movie. Entire life, we're able to see from birth till death in just few seconds, like a brief movie. And things that which we are most attached in this life, they come in the final moment of death. And accordingly, one gets next birth. So if you have not practiced spiritual life, you have not chanted Hare Krishna, if you have not remembered Krishna, it's not possible to remember Krishna at time of death. If you just meditated on money, or meditated on post and position, or meditated on opposite sex, those things will come at time of death. And accordingly, will get next life. Some devotees had come to Mayapur for yatra, annual Gopur. And one time, when devotees had gone to swim in Ganga, all of a sudden one person drowned. He was almost finished, but seeing that other devotee, he jumped and he realized he's drowning, and then somehow or other he saved him, brought him. But by the time he brought him, he was almost unconscious. But still, he was still alive. And then after a long time, water was removed from his body, and then after a long time he came out of consciousness. That time, his friends asked, "How was your experience?" He said, "Actually, what scripture says true. I was about to die. It was just near death experience. An entire whole life story of my entire movie, my entire life movie came in front of me." And then devotees asked, his friends asked, "What were you able to remember just at the moment of death?" And then he felt very sorry. He said, I was able, the thing which I remember was some advertisement, some ladies singing some advertisement song in the television. So I was able to, that was a, I was able to see that lady and that advertisement. So imagine if you remember lady, the next life will become lady. So this, we have to be very cautious. Life is a preparation, death is exam. And when is that exam? That exam can come anytime. We see Parikshit Maharaj was fortunate. He got notice period 7 days. He was told that you will die on 7th day. So when he got that notice, immediately he was emperor of the whole world. He was young, beautiful, powerful. He had unrivaled kingdom. He had his treasury full. One can think, oh, I have just 7 days. Let me just enjoy now. Because anyway, I'm going to die. He didn't do like that. So I'm going to die someday. Immediately he renounced everything. He made his son into next king and went to banks of Ganga and sat there. And all the saintly people came there, and then he asked, what is the duty of dying man? And he asked, what is duty of everyone in general, and especially duty of dying. So we don't find Parikshit Maharaj, he had all opportunity to enjoy. He didn't think now 1 week is there, let me enjoy. Because anyway I'm going to die. But he was thinking, what is my duty? And especially he asked, what is duty of persons about me? And Mrs. Sukdev Goswami spoke. Tasma Bharat Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwaro Hari Shrotavya Kirtitavyasya Smartavyasya Ichitabhyam. Duty of everyone, and especially person who is about to die, is to always remember Krishna. Shrotavya. Always hear about Krishna. Kirtavya. Always speak about Krishna. Smartavya. Always remember Krishna. What is duty of everyone? Is to hear about Krishna, speak about Krishna, remember Krishna. And this will make one fearless at time of death. But if you have not heard about Krishna, if you have not spoken about Krishna, if you have not chanted about Krishna, and we are not able to remember Krishna, death is very miserable, very fearsome thing. So we can go ahead. Near death.
Imagine that you are.
Imagine that you are going to die in 3 months. you take out your notebook, pen, or mobile, or somewhere, and seriously meditate on this situation. Imagine that you're going to die in 3 months. Is it possible?
Yes.
Is it possible?
Yes.
Very much possible. We may die. Maybe we may die before 3 months, but we are giving bonus period 3 months. Okay. So if you are going to die in 3 months, right now, how would you live your last days differently? Hmm? How would you live your life? If I have only 3 months to live, will I madly run after materialistic things which I am running after? How will I deal with people around me? Will I deal with them with kindness, affection, or will I deal with them as if they don't exist only? Where will I invest my time? Mm, So please just think deeply. If you're going to die in 3 months, you have got this 3 months notice period. How would you like to live your body? And what would you like to do in the last 3 months? Please write it down. Recently, I went to one temple in America and I was given accommodation in one Prabhupada disciple's room. And some of that Prabhupada disciple, because he had gone to America, his room was vacant. So they put me in his room. So when I was staying in his room, I saw in one corner of the room he had put one big plastic bag stuck in, uh, wall. And there he had written, if you see me dying or if you see me dead, please read following instructions. And then he had written, okay, how he wants his uh, body to be cremated, what he wants it to done, what he wants, how the situation should be there, which kirtan should be played. Then he had put there, these remnants from, Vrindavan, these are remnants from dust from Navadip, these, that. He had all the, he said, you please pick up this from this and apply on my body. And then he had written all details and I could see all, whatever this there was there, like, he wanted some dust of Vrindavan, dust of Mayapur, waters from this. So he had kept that all thing, So when you see me dying, please put this, please, this is the sound, this is the kirtan, please play this, So he had all given all the instruction and everything was there. And then he had written letters also to all different, devotees and, now just amazed. He had done all entire preparation. And actually, that is meaning of, really wise person. Because life is preparation, death is exam. You have to prepare. You have to plan. And this is the most important planning we need to do. How we want to face our death. So imagine we are now in just 3 months to time. How we are going to live our life and how we are going to plan. Okay. Sometimes we are carried by so many worries and anxieties in life and we are struggling. But if you are going to die in 3 months, just reflect on those worries and anxieties. How much of value are they now for us? Take one more minute. Sometimes people make New Year resolutions. So we should think how I'm going to die now. So based on that, we have to make our resolutions. Because when we think of death, we know what is important for us. And what is important for us need to be prioritized. They need to be resolved. We need to resolve to do those things in priority. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Nimesh Prabhu, just tell one point. You may have many points to talk. But one thing you can tell, how would you live your final 3 months? What would you do?
First of all, I was thinking about expressing love and gratitude for the loved ones.
Yes, express love and gratitude. That's very important. So one can take out time on a priority and write it down and express now, because we don't know how long we'll survive. You don't have to wait for 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, 20 year, 50 year, 100 years to send that letter. We can write it today. We don't have to procrastinate these things. Is there need to procrastinate this thing? Is there need that death has to come for us to tell them that we are so grateful to you and thank you for your love and affection? Can you tell them now?
Yes.
So we should do it now. And we can see how quality of life enhances. Thank you. Yes, Rishabh Prabhu, can you tell one thing? How would you live your last days differently?
Chant.
You chant vigorously. So yes, should we wait for death to come so that we can chant daily, regularly, vigorously? Can you do it now? If we are really intelligent, then we'll do it now, because we know this is the most important thing for me. More than getting Nobel Prize or more than getting becoming topper in university, this is more important, because that is not going to save me. This is going to save me. So I need to prioritize. I need to chant daily. If I'm really intelligent, I will chant daily, because this is what is going to save me, not anything else, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes.
So yes. So we don't have to wait. We can chant now onwards. You're saying something?
No, I think it's just the way we think about this death. It's always a
Yes.
The way we think about death is, if I were to live just 3 months, I would leave everything and just not like do a lot of other things that would
Yes.
maintain my body and relationships. I would express my love, but then I would just devote only to
Yes.
be able to remember Krishna.
Yes.
But if that's like, I know for sure 3 things, like Parikshit Maharaj knew for weeks, so he devoted everything. If we are saying that, okay, if that we don't need to procrastinate on those things, that way we should all just chant all day and,
Yes.
for the rest of our lives.
Yes.
Not just do minimum,
Yes.
maintain our body.
That is intelligence.
Then is it like just saying to leave all the worldly duties as soon as possible?
If possible, transform all worldly duties, make it Krishna conscious. Add Krishna in every duty, because it's waste of time. If it's not connected to Krishna, it's Shanyavai Kevalam. We are just working hard to become miserable and make others miserable. But if we add Krishna in our life, we can become happy and make others happy. Anything without Krishna is big zero. I'm an IITian, it's a big zero. I'm MITian, it's a big zero. I'm a CEO of Google, it's big zero. I'm Nobel laureate, it's another big zero. I'm having a most greatly followed person in the world. I have million followers, billion followers, another big zero. All this material qualification, designation, achievements are one, like big zeros, have no value. But when we add Krishna to it, it's like adding one to it. I'm IITian is one big zero, but if I'm devotee of Krishna, it's like 1-0. It has some value. I'm also having a Google job. I'm a CEO of Google. It is 1-1-0-0. And I'm also mostly followed person in the world. There's 1-0-0-0. If we add Krishna, whatever we have has some value. Others without Krishna, it's just a bondage and just cause of our suffering. Has no value. So we have to think how to add Krishna in our life urgently and immediately, and not waste our valuable human form. And yes, you can just focus on Krishna, wonderful, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's like saying if you can get 10 out of 10 in your Stanford University, wonderful. But if you cannot get, at least we should pass. And if you can get distinction, wonderful. If you can get 10 out of 10, wonderful. What do you think? Krishna, you can, somebody has laptop. This verse is there. 12.8. Somebody can read 12.8.
Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt.
Krishna is saying, just fix your mind on me only. If you can do that, wonderful, first class. Next, 12.9. This is like 10 out of 10. Next.
My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
It's okay, you're not able to 100% fix it. Okay, no problem. You do sadhana bhakti, regular life, get up early morning, chant 16 hours Hare Krishna, follow regulative principle, read Bhagavad Gita, do different service, engage in devotional service. In that way, spiritualize the entire this thing. So you want to do job, wonderful, do job, do job for me. Or you are married, wonderful, take care of wife and family as service to wonderful, make everything spiritualized. Next.
If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage.
Oh, if you think, oh, doing sadhana bhakti, getting up early in the morning, chanting 16 rounds, following for all these things too difficult. Okay, you can't do that. Then just work for me. Work for me means you work and give fruits of work to me. You are getting $100,000. Okay, give that to me. People say work is worship. Yes, whose worship it is? To whom you give fruits to. If we give fruits to our own self, it's our self worship only. If you give fruits to a wife and children, it's worship of wife and children. If you give fruits to Krishna, it's worship Krishna. So Krishna is saying, okay, you can't do sadhana bhakti, it's too difficult, you give at least fruits to me. Then your work will be worship. Not just by saying work is worship. Next.
If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated.
Yes. Okay, you can't give to me also fruits, then give to someone else as selfless service. But Krishna never says you work for yourself, maintain your family, enjoy your life. Never says that. These are no, okay, if you can just think of wonderful, 10 out of 10. Can't do that, do sadhana bhakti, get up morning, chant 16 rounds, follow 40 principles, make your family Krishna conscious on this thing, make your job Krishna. You can't do that, then give fruits to me. You can't do that. So like that. Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes. How will live life differently?
I was thinking of doing estate planning too. Estate planning, where whatever money I have, so I need to allocate it. How it will be. Some part will be donated, some part for the relatives.
Yes. So please see, Acharya's tell Rupa Goswami, he gave 50% to Krishna, 25% to relatives, 25% for emergence. That is standard way of dividing the property, if you can do that. Otherwise, anyway, other options are there. But this is a standard option. That your property 50% for Krishna, 25% for relatives, 25% for emergence. This is ideal. And then what else can be there? Other ways like that. Okay. Yes. How will you live your life differently? So you should do it now. Huh? Don't wait. Huh? Anything is important, we need to do it now. Okay. Yes.
Spend more time doing service.
Yes. What service?
Like instead of my job, I would like to do serve devotees.
Yes. We can do so, but on a priority basis, we should serve devotees. Because devotees' blessings are what we are going to be saved with. Don't think it's waste of time. It has much more returns than just serving some materialistic people. Yes, we can serve materialistic people because we are in that situation, but we should not compromise on our service to devotees, because by serving devotees we can get lots of blessings. And by devotees' blessing we can get Krishna's blessings. Thank you. So we should plan how I am going to serve every day devotees in some way or other. Thank you. We don't have to postpone that. We don't have to wait that death message to come till we start planning how I'm going to serve Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. How will you live your life differently?
So I was thinking like throughout the last many years, I was kind of procrastinating. I wanted to read a lot of spiritually. I was kind of procrastinating, but if I knew that my life would end in a few months, then I would start reading.
So start reading today, because you don't know, you may not survive for 3 months. You may die before that. Yes or no? I'm not joking. It's a reality. And if you really think that spiritual life is important, I want to read spiritual, we have to start it today. So just take some Bhagavatam from here. Start reading little every day. Okay? Our Parishit Maharaj, when he got illness, immediately started hearing Bhagavatam. And whole final days he just spent hearing Krishna Katha. So reading and hearing same. Thank you. So please start reading and hearing on urgency basis. Yes, Prabhu, how will you live your life differently?
Probably maybe visiting the holy places.
Not
and,
you. Yes.
Wanted to translate like Balindiana is in Sanskrit, and the language I want to translate in my native dialect, so that like my near people like my mother.
You want to translate what?
The Valmiki Ramayana.
Valmiki Ramayana.
Sanskrit. There are like translators in India, but then normally who is like written by literary people, those are too difficult for common.
Yes. So you can start doing it now. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Now we can use AI.
It's whatever you use that, but you should spend his time in meditating. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. How will you spend your time differently now, if you have 3 months to live?
You know what Shravan I was thinking? Wish I can do it at the earliest starting.
Yes. So every day we should hear Shravanam. When we hear, then we'll understand what is the goal of life, what is of real value, what is illusion. Yes. Thank you. So don't wait till some medical report comes and you get to know that you won't survive more than 3 months. You can just write and start. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. How will you spend your
Yes,
remaining 3
apart
months.
From other points, I was thinking I can deal with people and devotees with love and not hold grudges.
Yes. If you have grudges, we can go and reveal our hearts and mind and say, I'm feeling this, please forgive me. And they may reveal their hearts, and slowly we may be able to free from grudges. Because if you have grudges, that means next life. Mm. And especially death will be extremely painful when we have grudges. I remember my father was leaving body. He was 1 month in Vrindavan. The final moment, it was so difficult for him to leave. And then some devotees came, talked, and all this. And he realized that there is some grudge, some issue with some relative. Finally, I called that relative, made him talk to my father, and then when both talked, he was relieved. Then he was able to leave the body and go peacefully. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult. Unless we resolve issues, death can be very painful, and then we would again take birth, resolve those issues, resolve those grudges. Better before that, we resolve grudges, forgive devotees, forgive people, and make sure that we have loving relation with everyone. We go with a happy heart, with all the blessing of others, and also praying for everyone. But if there is any negativity towards anyone, devotee or non-devotee, that means you have to take part. Yes, thank you. And we have to start doing it now. We can't wait for death. There won't much time to resolve everything. So now we have time. So we have to spend time to resolve all these things. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Thinking of reading proper books every day and doing service to the community.
Yes. So we have to prioritize it every day. I have to read. Yes, thank you. Yes.
First of all, I was thinking like I will say thank you to Srila Prabhupada and to Krishna that he has given me opportunity in this life to chant his names. Because
Yes.
a lot of people are there who don't even know.
Yes, so you can say thank you today before sleeping.
Yeah.
You write a letter to Krishna, write a letter to Prabhupada. Yes.
Like obviously we have to maximize our Krishna consciousness activities, start to prioritize more if I have 3 months only. And I was thinking I will take some.
You may
guidance
not have
from-
3 months, you may have less than that.
Yeah, less than
I am just giving you 3 months for exercise purpose. So it's important that only thing of value in this life is Krishna consciousness. Everything else is out of syllabus. Life is preparation, death is exam. Other than Krishna consciousness, other things are out of syllabus. They don't much value at time of death. So we are studying first, we have to complete syllabus before going out of syllabus. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. If you are going to die in 3 months, how will you lead your life? What is your name, Prabhu? Yes.
Sahil.
Sahil, yes. So if you are going to die in 3 months, how are you going to live your remaining 3 months?
I was just thinking of going back to India and live with my parents. For them.
Maybe you think it seriously. It's not a joke. I'm really serious about it.
Yeah.
If you think like that, you think deeply. Either you bring them here or you go, or you may lament.
Yeah.
What we value the most, we need to know, and we have to mold our life accordingly. Otherwise, later on we'll lament. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. Vaishnav Toshini Prabhu. How would you live life your remaining 3 months?
I chant and go for the powers. Listen to Prabhupada lectures more and more.
Yes.
Go and live in Jagannath Puri.
Yes. So you all have to think seriously about it. How you are going to daily chant, daily hear, and as far as possible, stay in holy place. Thank you. So New Year is that you need to meditate and plan and mold your life accordingly. Yes, Praveen Prabhu. One thing, you may have many things to share. I'm just asking you one thing so that.
Yeah, I have like few books on my reading list for a while. Like Bhagavatam is one of them. I would really like to.
Yes, to start it today. Thank you. And read every day. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
So I was thinking of visiting holy places and saw the Bradvasis or and saw the Gomata also.
Mm. So plan soon. Okay. Don't wait for death message to come. And we should know whether you are serving San Jose or serving in New Vrindavan or New York. Actually, very properly established temple and deities and devotees are serving. That is also holy place. And devotees who are serving here, they are also Brajavasis. It's not that we have to physically go to so-called tract of land called Braj or Vrindavan to serve. Devotees here, we should know they are Brajavasis. Prabhupada is Brajavasi and anybody who is following Prabhupada, they are also Brajavasis. Yes, and it's a Gomatas. It's not that Gomatas are there only in India, they are also Gomatas. So you can take out time, Saturday, Sundays, go serve Brajavasis, serve Gomatas, and mold our life. Okay. So we need to know what is important for us, and we need to prioritize that. And how do we know what is important for us? When you think of death, when that time we can know what is important for us, what is of real value, and what is of so-called value. So death can help us know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Do not procrastinate. The important thing must be done. Hearing and chanting need to be done. No. Maya is very expert in convincing. First you do this, later you can chant. But you have to tell Maya, let me do first this, and later on I will do that. So if you can give Krishna priority, hearing and chanting priority, you can see our life will be much wonderful, much better. Thank you very much. We are very late, so we'll end here. We'll see last meditation some other time. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you can go ahead next. Go ahead. 10 sutras. You came to Tana. So first sutra.
What of it? What or so what?
First meditation. Time we have to meditate. So what of it? What for so what? I'm studying so hard in my life. What for? Is it worth it? Yes. Next meditation.
Not this body.
This body. Next meditation.
The other person's point of view.
Yes. Next meditation.
Seeing God everywhere.
Yes. Fifth meditation. Nakul.
Everything has a purpose.
Yes. Sixth.
Being accountable.
Seventh. Eighth.
In action.
Ninth.
Near death.
Near death. 10th. Second chance. That will later on. This time is up. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
So 2 minutes we'll do dancing kirtan and then take this up. Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Who is going to kirtan here? The nice kirtans.
Krishna Krishna
Who is wonderful singer? Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharide Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashato Deshatari
Gauravani Nirvishesha
Abu Nityananda Veyatrika Gadadha Bhakti Guru Bhakavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ratna Hare Ratna Hare Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Premanande Hare Go. All glorious festival devotees Hare Krishna. All glorious festival devotees Hare Krishna. All glorious festival devotees Hare Krishna. All glorious to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Go Hare Go. Mahaprasade Govinde.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Ram Brahmane Vaishnave.
Brahmane Vaishnave.
Swarpa Punyavatam Raja.
Swarpa Punyavatam Raja.